All right, what is up, YouTube? And what is up, Fish Tank TV? I have not been hanging out on fishtanktv.com that much. I've been working my ass off, and this weekend is the only weekend that I've had to really relax and catch up on a bunch of stuff. And if you caught the gecko video, I redid my gecko tanks finally after a while. That's why I haven't been doing a lot of videos on them. And because it's kind of funny, I'm Mr. Joe Gecko, and I don't do any gecko videos. I just do all aquarium videos. So that's over and done with now. It'll be fairly even. Still having fun with the aquarium stuff. So here's my 47 column cichlid tank, doing really well. The plants are doing really well. My sword is doing weird. I got to figure out what's going on there. But the older leaves you can see on the bottom here, they tend to turn brown, and then the newer leaves coming up, and I know that's not really supposed to be like that, so I'm trying to figure out if it's a light issue or not. I think I need more light on this tank. It's a tall tank, so it's pretty much a good guess. The fish are doing really well. I've got pretty much all the stock in there that I need. We've got the two angels. Let's see if we move in a little bit closer here. We've got the two angels. We're doing really well in this tank. I think they're loving it. We've got the Cory cats, which are the Julie Cory cats. They're doing really, really well there too, and I love them. I love the look of them. I love that little peppering spots. Not like the peppered Cory. They have just different markings altogether, and much neater, I think. Much more refined. What else we have? The bronze crips, bronze crip Wendy. I added a bunch of those in the back. Sorry for the glare. So I filled it out, and they were huge plants for $7 from Florida Aquatic Nursery. So that's local to me. So added those. Still got the other bronze crips. It's a slightly different variety because they have the wrinkled leaves than the ones in the back, but they add a nice contrast to it. And the Anarachis is doing really, really well. It's growing out. I'm going to have to cut it and replant it again. The jungle val is growing really well. It's already circling around the tank, so I'm gonna have to trim that a little bit. But that's doing really well. I added some. I had to redo the moss. The Java moss that was on this back wall up here. It really did not like converting back to aquatic. It pretty much died. So, and I didn't see any new shoots coming out of it. So I reseeded it with a couple of pieces of moss from my other tank, and which was aquatic. And we're going to see how that goes. I see there's some white, some green tips on it, so I know it's going to start growing out real soon. So hopefully in another couple of weeks we'll have something to show on that. But one thing to note, this background here that I made, it's made out of florist foam, and then it's painted over with dry lock acrylic cement sealer, right? So it's totally waterproof. It works really well. I think it looks really great. One of the benefits I kind of found was for planting Java moss, because it's florist foam, it's soft enough that you can shove it right in there. So it actually worked out really well for putting plants like that in. I didn't need to do the typical approach of like putting moss in a screen and then kind of clamping it to the wall and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. It seems to be growing pretty well. What else with this tank? Anything else? Oh, I planted there was a runner on this sword, and that on the end of that runner was a really nice baby sword. This is the ocelot sword, so I planted it. Now I know it's probably going to get too big for the tank, and eventually I'll have to take it out. Maybe it'll look good, maybe it won't, but for now it's growing out real nice, and it'll just give me an excuse to get another tank, right? All right. Tetras are doing really well, right? And the angels are out for a little show. So the angels are doing really well. They got really, really big. I think that one angel is about 5 inches, 4 inches, the silver one on the left. So really, really good. Really, really good. All right, let's go on to the next tank now. Do a quick update on the 55. So the 55 is badly in need of maintenance. I'd say for the last week or two, I've been not neglecting it, just haven't had time to really do anything with it. But it's looking really good for something that needs maintenance, so I can't complain. All the plants are doing really well. The red lid wiggy is growing really, really well. You can kind of see, get a little closer, it's growing out over everything else, which really gives it that nice canopy look, which I kind of like. I just need to keep it trimmed back a little bit. And it's killing me that I have all this red Ludwigia that I'm trimming on it. It's growing like crazy, so I'm just trimming it, and I was tossing it for a while. But everything's doing really well. Fish are doing really well. I did have to euthanize one Danio, and he was really skinny for some reason. He wasn't feeding, so you know, I was looking up and seeing if it was anything I could figure out, but jury's out on that. But all the other fish are doing really well, so maybe he was just a little weak or sick or whatever. But whatever, I hate the Danios anyway, so you know, it's not that it's no love lost on that one. Well, one thing worth mentioning on the cichlid tank, I did not have good luck with my rams. You notice I didn't mention them. I forgot. Both of them died like within days of each other, and I don't know why. I found them half eaten at the bottom. Not the cory cats, but the snails are pretty aggressive when it comes to, you know, dead fish. So I have no idea what killed them. They were fine one day, dead the next. I understand that's pretty common with rams, so I'm not upset about it. I'm going to try again with one more pair, one at a time, and see what happens. And if not, I will move on to Apistos, which are a little bit more stable, I think. But wanted to mention that before I forget. So 55 is doing really well. Now, $1 a gallon sale at Petco makes you say, oh, I need another tank. So what did I do? I did get another tank, and lo and behold, look at that. Nice 29 gallon right underneath the 55. I'm going to use this as a grow out tank. I just started putting this together today. I added the lights and some extra wood that I had. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you real quick. For those of you who have open tanks, or open stands, I should say, this might be a good idea for you to be able to put a stand on. And what I did, get under it. First of all, Home Depot, $7, 8-inch work lights, aluminum work lights. They are cheap, right? And as you can see, they provide quite a bit of light, and you'll see with the water filled up, it'll be a little bit different, obviously, but quite a bit of light. 6700K spiral fluorescence, the compact fluorescence in there, and they are literally clamped to the support bars underneath, right? You can see there, they just kind of come up. And I'm not too worried about the heat because, you know, this is, you know, here I'm holding my hand out. These have been on for at least 5 hours, and I'm holding my hand on here so that there's not too much heat gathering under there. And it's really not going to warm the substrate that much, if at all, but that's not necessarily a bad thing anyway. Typical driftwood kind of setup. Got some plants in there. I just picked up some new plants, some Amazon swords, and some Anubias. I gotta want to go ahead and finish filling this up today, and probably do a water change on it later in the week. I'm also going to replant some of the red Ludwigia from this tank into there. So we got a lot of updates coming up, and that's about it for now. So I hope you guys enjoy. Take it easy. Peace out.